In this video, I would be making some practical recommendations and also be answering some general queries on how to maintain your fitness levels during a lockdown. My name is Vicky, and although I'm a regular office employee working from 8 to 5 every day, I'm also a qualified personal trainer and a fitness enthusiast. My objective is to be least technical and simplify fitness for simple people in very simple language. So this particular video would be most helpful for beginners and intermediate trainers, but some advanced trainers could also benefit. During this lockdown, I personally had to do a lot of changes to my own fitness plans and goals, and I see a lot of anxiety and insecurity amongst many. So to understand better, let's categorize all the type of trainers based on their basic goals of fat loss and muscle development. In this table, you could see the different levels of trainers. Now, since you're aware of the different levels, let me answer your basic question: should you be still focusing on fat loss during the lockdown? If you're already reducing fat over a couple of months by being at a calorie deficit, now would be an excellent situation for you to be at calorie maintenance. By that, I mean consume calories as per your BMR. I'm sorry to make it slightly technical, but it was necessary since this term would be used a lot in fitness. In simple terms, BMR is the number of calories your body needs to consume whilst you're not working out. For you to understand better and calculate your own BMR, I have given you two formulas for men and women and also an example for it. You can refer it and relate. Now when you know your BMR, you can consume calories equivalent to your BMR, or you could be slightly up. It's okay. The reason I recommend you to not be at a calorie deficit is because it would really attack your immune system, and that is something which you don't want during this pandemic. To boost your immunity, you can go for vitamin C enriched food, but vitamin C supplement would be the best. I always strongly recommend whole foods over supplements, but there are some exceptions, and vitamin C is an obvious exception. The recommended dosage for an adult for vitamin C is around 2000 mg, and most of the fruits and veggies prove insufficient to take you to that number. Okay, moving on. If you're on intermittent fasting, keto, no carb diet, I would strongly recommend you to discontinue it for the moment. You need to have a balanced diet during this time. You can go for a low carb diet or a paleo diet, but try to keep all your 3 macros at optimum level. As I already explained that your body needs all the 3 macros including carbs, fat and protein in sufficient amount to keep your immune system healthy, to keep your hormones in check, to be in a good mood all the time, and also for a better heart. If you're already very lean, like 12% body fat, and wish to go lower to 10% body fat, I'm sorry my friend, time is against you. This would be the best time for you to go for a calorie surplus, at least for a month. Remember, if you're a natural athlete and you're cutting, you have to go in the cycles of calorie deficit and calorie surplus. You cannot be at a calorie deficit and 10% body fat year long. It is extremely unhealthy and you're putting your body at a lot of risk. So with this, I hope I have cleared to some extent regarding your question if you should still be focusing on fat loss. Now let's move on to the second question regarding muscles. Would you be losing them, or is there any possibility of continue gaining them? If you're a beginner, it would be best for you to work out at home. You will still continue to gain muscle strength, stamina and a better heart performance. Being a beginner, if you have access to online trainings or personal trainer, I would strongly recommend you to use them. It's really important for you to perform all exercises in the right form and be safe. There are various options for you. You can do yoga, pilates, plyometrics, calisthenics, shadow boxing, running, dancing. There are plenty of options, right? The objective for you is to enjoy and be focused and motivated. Trainers other than beginners, yes, there would be some low levels of muscle loss. However, this is very normal and you can avoid it to some extent by keeping your protein intake high through whole foods, chicken breast, fish, milk, tofu, beans. There are plenty of options. I would recommend you not to train at home during this time because it would accelerate the process of muscle loss. Understand, for you to grow muscles, they need to be continuously challenged by progressively overloading, and I believe that most of the home workouts do not provide sufficient intensity and stimulation for the muscles to grow. So the answer to your question, would you be losing muscle when you're not working out? The answer is yes and no. In the short run, yes. In the long run, no. Please note there is something called muscle memory, and that enables your body to get back the muscles within half the time you lost it. For example, if someone has lost 2 kg of muscle mass over a period of 4 months, they would be able to get it back within 2 months once they resume their usual training. So don't worry, it's a temporary loss, not lost forever. So if you're a yogi, dancer, runner, cyclist, or anyone in similar activities and sports, you seem to benefit in this situation because you can continue working out. However, yoga could be very challenging for beginners, and if you have access, I would recommend you to go for a yoga teacher. So what should be your overall strategy? Well, I believe it's rather more mental than physical. Remember, health is not just physical, it's mental as well. These are really stressful and testing times for most. We wake up every day to so much of bad news, anxiety and uncertainty happening around us. And I agree, it could be overwhelming. We are not used to this type of lifestyle, nor did anyone expect it. However, we have to stay positive, adjust and adapt. Now there are fewer food options than usual, but in some cases there could be more. But most probably those are the wrong options to go for. Avoid eating packaged and processed food. I understand having easy access to bad options and having so much time at hand, it's very easy to pick up snacking. Instead, you could try some new recipes and practice some meal preps for post-lockdown period. Pick up a hobby or learn something and keep yourself occupied and busy at all times to avoid that snacking habit. Keep your spirits high and avoid mongering fear and anxiety amongst your friends and family. Be of value to community, and if they need it, do help. Connect with your old friends online with whom you might have lost connection over a period of time. This could be the right time, isn't it? Well, I hope I have cleared some of your doubts regarding fitness during a lockdown. If you have any questions or comments, you can let me know in the comments below, and I will certainly try to revert back to you. Likewise, if you think this video could help someone, please share it, and I would really appreciate that. Please take care and be safe, and I'll see you on the other side of the lockdown soon.